Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In our A through Z playthrough, we have landed on Sarah Kerrigan, what I thought was one of my better heroes. Now, I have never been a believer that weekend Heroes of the Storm was a bad thing. That being said, I usually record my videos throughout the week and left my weekends open to do things. But this is the last week before BlizzCon, so I was trying to get some videos done. And oh my goodness, I've had some of the most devastating losses I've ever had in my Heroes of the Storm career. Sorry, I was bumping my microphone cable there. I don't know if that messed with anything, but it has been bad. I've had a game where I had a Ragnaros on my team in a 23-minute game that had 15 deaths. Woo! I've had the enemy team have a butcher that was able to get 400 stacks versus myself and my allies. I've also gone up against, it was in the single digits, but one of the top grandmasters in Team League. So it's been all over the place for the quality of not only opponents I'm getting, but the quality of matches that I'm getting. They seem to be all over the place, and Abathur seems to be in every game, even though he's not free. So it feels like my team is always at a body disadvantage as well. It's been real weird, but don't worry. I just finished off a bottle of wine and I have some wasabi peas, so I'm feeling pretty good about things. We should be able to jump in here and win, no problem. I just did a warm-up game and we lost, but hey, fucking that's in the past now.
Unbridled energy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Towers of Doom today. We should be pretty good on this map. The friendly team, Jaina, Nova, Carrigan, Alarak, and Anubarak. The enemy team, Lunar, Avarian, Arthas, Greymane, Valera. Looking pretty even so far. I have noticed a lot of discrepancies between single supports and double supports in games, but it doesn't look like that's going to be an issue here today. We'll take a look, have fun, keep everyone positive, because Lord knows I'm fucking not right now. Siphoning Impacts is the talent that we're going to be going for at level 1. Siphoning Impact allows us to heal for 10% of our maximum HP if we kill the target that we use our Ravage on in 1.5 seconds from the time that we used our ability. This means that our Q ability is a great way to keep ourselves alive, even in a situation like this, where the minion wave's right here. We could jump in on this minion, jump in on this minion, and end up being really healthy, even though damage is already going down in this team fight. That's a giant combo, boys. That's a giant fucking combo. And I have to keep going in here. We ended up getting 2 kills with our Q before we died. I was pushed so far up forward that I had to keep engaging. I didn't have to engage quite about that hard, though. Oh, you better keep summoning beetles. Summon the beetles. Help him out! Help him out! Okay. Break him out of jail! Break him out! Oh, he almost made it. Close. Close. I was on the top. Alright, we'll head up top. We'll get our lane clear on. Kerrigan is a fantastic solo lane character because of our level 1 talent. And our Q ability does get reset whenever we get that last hit off, so you can see that we're able to use it quite a bit. It is a little mana intensive at this stage of the game, but we're going to be picking talents that make it a little bit easier to use throughout the course of this match. If he's pushed up this far forward, we should be able to do something to him. I mean, I'm really not that afraid. We can get a reset here, heal up, get a reset off of that regen globe. Looks like they are coming up to gank me right now, though. Luckily, he did miss the route, so we're going to be just fine. But 2 people in the middle lane mean we are getting the advantage somewhere else on the map, and it looks like our team's actually getting kills. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so happy. That's all I've ever wanted. Now, I'm not naive enough to think that my job is a bad one. But it does suck that in order to make this Heroes of the Storm content, it does suck that I have to rely on 4 complete strangers in order to get a good match, you know what I mean? And the A through Z playthrough is not all about winning, it's about education and talking about the development of a hero, but oh my god, I don't feel like I could have even shown any of the matches that I played this weekend. And it sucks because this is the last weekend before BlizzCon too. I need to get content done. I need to have content going out this week, and I wasn't able to get any. This objective is still going on the bottom lane. I actually thought it was done, so that's my fault. We're going to throw out our stun here, catching the Varian, pulling back the Greymane into our team, and getting another set of kills there. So great job. Great teamwork so far. I could not be more pleased. Good job, team. I'll just let them know that I was proud. Now, what is the Kerrigan Combo? The Kerrigan Combo is dropping our W ability on the ground and then using our E ability to pull someone into that damage. You'll notice that with our Q ability, we were able to heal up no problem, even though Valeera just opened up on me and did a bit of damage. We were able to basically mitigate that damage, no consequence whatsoever. That is why Kerrigan is a strong solo lane character. The Kerrigan Combo is the most difficult part of playing Kerrigan, and this is the part of Kerrigan that was actually buffed during the past few months. A weird thing was happening with Kerrigan. She was seeing her win rate raise even though she wasn't getting any buffs herself. Just over time, slowly but surely, her win rate was going up 1 or 2% every patch, and Blizzard really didn't know why. As a result, what they did was nerf the amount of damage that her Q ability deals, which is the easy part of playing Kerrigan. I think we can all agree on that. Now that Valeera's dead, I'm going to try to grab this camp really quickly. There's nothing complicated about hitting your Q on things, but this made it so, you know, you can't just get those freebie resets all the time. You kind of have to use your Q at the right time. You can't just spam it. To compensate for this nerf to her Q, Blizzard added damage to her W and E abilities to make the part of playing Kerrigan that's important, to make the satisfying part of playing Kerrigan a little bit more impactful. And I think it's been a big help. I think it's been really impactful. The Q nerfs don't seem that big of a deal, but when you land that combo, it just seems to hit with more oomph. It's noticeable, or I at least think it's noticeable. 4 members of the enemy team in the top lane as the objective spawns. That pretty much wraps up what my teams have been doing. I'm just trying to take the solo lane. You notice I'm trying to communicate more. I'm trying to, I feel like a lot of frustrations in quick match come down to your team not meeting your expectations, right? Expectations are the root of all evil. So I try to tell my team exactly what I'm thinking. Yo, team, I'll solo the top lane. I don't mind at all. I could do that for you. No big deal. We are going to need to stun this Arthas here. We are being cut off by Valeera, though, so we're going to be taken down pretty quick there. Looks like Jaina was able to secure that bottom objective. She is rotating up to the fight right now. Arthas is going to be taken down. Jaina moving up with the support of the remainder of the team behind him. Alarak with a nice stun on that Lunara, or with a nice silence on that Lunara, excuse me, is going to deal a ton of damage. And once again, looks like our team is absolutely dominating. I've lost 6 matches in a row on Kerrigan. Now, some of those were warm-up games. Some of those were me just trying out talents. I went for the Sharpened Blades and the Blade Torrent at level 1 and 7 respectively, just to see if I liked them, just to see what those talents were all about, because of course the W ability did have its damage increase, and I hated it. I didn't like it at all, and my team was fucking dominated. I tested out some builds using the Maelstrom. By the way, we're going for Ultralisk. I'll talk about that. It's mainly because of her changes. I used the Psionic Pulse instead of this Fury of the Swarm to spread our auto attack damage. And, well, I hated that. Let's go ahead and just send our buddy in on that Lunara here. I think we are going to die. It's going to be real bad. But at least we could do a little bit of damage before that happens. Wasn't expecting them to rotate up. I thought there'd be enough distractions on the rest of the map. But hey, they earned that mercenary camp. They earned it fair and square. But I was just trying a variety of things, and I chalked those losses up to, you know, I was just warming up. I was just trying things. Honestly, there was a bit of a learning curve jumping back into Kerrigan, because the last time I really played her, I was using quick cast on release, and now I'm using just pure quick cast on every character. So that was a little weird, trying to learn how to land the combo again. But that's something I actually got over within a couple games. It's just, oh my god. After those couple experimentary games, I was like, okay, let's try it for real. Let's see if we can actually get a good set of matches under our belt. And oh my goodness, it just didn't go well at all, team. It just didn't go. I know I'm repeating it. I know I'm just like bringing this point home over and over, but whew, it's been bad. It's been real bad. Greymate is pushed up pretty far here, but Nova is as well. Let's just drop a stun right underneath Nova. That way, if Arthas pushes forward, he has to take that stun in order to be aggressive. He didn't take the stun. It's just a 12-second cooldown for us. That's no big deal at all. And we can rotate down to the bottom lane here now. Our team is a little bit slow on this rotation, and Nova's going back for health. So this one may be a little difficult to pull off. The stun didn't quite go off there like I was expecting it to, but we could try to stun Arthas on the way out. We are going to have to heal off of these minions here in order to try to stay alive. I got a lot of health back, but I'm not going to be able to get any more. Maybe off these ghouls that are pushing forward, but I wasn't quite able to do that either. And then Varian, charging in from the brush. At least I think it was from the brush. Honestly, I was just staring at the minions trying to get health back. The enemy team is going to be able to take over this objective as they traded 0 for 3. Wow, they got a big trade there. 0 for 5 now. That's a full team wipe. It's okay, team. We'll get the next one. I realize I've died a lot. I'll try to tone it back a little bit. I had a really aggressive start and it felt really good, and I've been trying to keep that momentum in the rest of this game, and it hasn't quite been working out as well as I had hoped. It's I know it's beer goggles when you're drunk and you see people more attractive, but is there a term for when you've been drinking and you have courage? I'm not sure. The entirety of the enemy team is down to the bottom lane right now, pushing that in pretty aggressively. Or, 4 out of the 5 members. We might be able to react. Oh, I was going to say, we might be able to react to that, but I want to try to take this camp over before anything happens. I could clear this camp, even with Greymane walking up to us. We'll just send the Ultralisk in on him. We'll pick up Double Strike as well. Double Strike gives us critical hits after we use a basic ability. If we auto-attack, we do get a critical hit. This improves our ability to clear camps in the jungle. This improves our ability to lane clear, but it also increases our team fight kill potential. Because not only are we cleaving with that area of effect critical hit, but we're also dealing more damage to that target we jump in on with our Ravage. So this target, good roll. The target like that Greymane there, we could have potentially done some more damage to him. We do have a Ravage coming off cooldown right now, so I'll go ahead and jump in and get that. Stun coming off cooldown in just a moment. Maybe we go in for the Greymane, but I think that's a little bit too... Oh, he's asking for it, though. He's just asking for it. Valeera engaging on the friendly team is going to be silenced by Alarak. Now I know what that looks like on the other end, jumping into 4 people for no good reason at all. 3 members of the enemy team are dead as the objective is coming up. So I'm going to position over here, trying to get this one. Anubrak very low on HP, though. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much here. We are going to land the stun on 2 members of the enemy team. We have the Ultralisk off cooldown in just a moment, but as of right now, there's not too much that I can actually do. We are going to be slowed down by Lunara here. And I think we just give this one up. They're much too positioned for us to actually move in at this rate. I am going to run down here and try to get this camp for the friendly team with the pickup of that critical hit cleave. We can actually clear these camps faster than most other characters in the game, especially if we're using our Ravage for resets. This means that with our shielding talents and the ability to heal, we're able to get a lot of sustain on those camps, more so once again than most other heroes, and jump out without too much issue. Engaging on Lunara there, we are going to pick up a kill, but went a little too hard. Greymane syndrome kicking in, and we are going to be taken down. Was that worth dying for? Absolutely not. That was just a camp. We could have given that up, no problem. And we didn't even trade favorably there, so the enemy team is going to be gathering a bit more XP than us. And they're actually staying pretty even in this game, even though we are 8 points ahead on the objective. All right, I'm better than this. I can play better than this. I know I can. We just got to start doing it. Anubrak taking too much damage as the enemy team was pushing into that bottom lane. 4 versus 2 in the bottom lane. He's going to be taken down, no problem. Looks like Jaina might be overstaying her welcome as well, and the enemy team is moving in on her for the kill. Nova did use the shortcut to teleport to the middle of the map. Looks like she might be bribing their camp from behind their back. She needs to get out of there pretty quick, though, because if I had to guess, they're going to be rotating over directly towards her. Yes, they did, but she was able to maneuver out of the way. No problem. So while we have a little bit of downtime, I want to take our building back as soon as possible. Hopefully these minions stay in range. And I'm just going to try to burst this building down. We could pull these minions in and just try to get resets off of them, just to make sure that our minions focus on what we're trying to get them to focus on. Deal a little bit more damage to the building. The enemy team is moving up top right now. I'll get bot, go top. I'll try to get this by myself. hopefully that pays off. You can see this assimilation circle to the left of our of my pretty face right now. We need to make sure we keep attacking to keep that duration going. We need to keep these shields up whenever possible. If we're able to go into an encounter with this massive amount of shields, I mean, look at it. It's given me 5,000 HP when I normally only have a little over 3. That's a really big deal. This is going to be a 2v1 if I decide to engage here, so I don't think I'm going to decide to engage here. The enemy team is going to fire off 4 shots towards our core. I'm, however, not going to be afraid about pushing up. I'm going to try to keep these lanes moving. I'm actually going to move down and get these mercenary camps down here as well. Looks like Greymane is going for that top camp. The enemy team still has a good 15 seconds before they're respawning, so really the only danger here is going to be Valeera, and I should be able to deal with her aggression. So we'll just gather this camp for the friendly team. Look at this cleave. Isn't that nice? And we get these resets. Isn't that good? Isn't that real good? One of the changes we also saw to Kerrigan in the past year was a slight change to how the... I want to push up and get their camp, but I don't think I can. Well, not even a slight change. A very drastic change to how the Ultralisk works on the map. The Ultralisk got its cooldown reduced to 80 seconds. I believe it was 100 before. But the Ultralisk also has its cooldown reduced while it's alive. So while you're still using the ability, the cooldown for the ability is being reduced. So that means even though it has an 80-second cooldown, if you're able to keep your Ultralisk alive for its full duration, you're going to be looking at a... Oh, I did stun. Fuck. I was going to say, let's try to stun him here. I stunned on top of the Ring of Frost, so a little bit of overkill there. But I was just trying to secure that kill, you know? I'm not really sure our whole team is backing up after that, but
This one's mine.
I don't have to back up after that. We'll stun this Varian. He is protected, though, by the way. We went in for the Ravage damage, but weren't able to quite deal it. Couldn't pull them into the Precision Strike in time. And it looks like Varian's just going to walk out of here like nothing happened to him because he's a fair and balanced character. Nubrak did overextend a little bit too far and is going to be taken down. Lunara taking some damage there, however. Jaina walking up too far. We need to make up for it with a Kerrigan combo, but we miss, and now we're getting opened up on by Valeera. We are incredibly slowed right now, but if I can jump to this minion, we're going to be fine. That healed us for 10% of our max HP, and we're going to be able to walk on out of here. I don't think they have anything that can kill me behind the tower. This brings the score of the game to 20-16. We have 4 points on the enemy team right now, but they have the numbers advantage going into this next objective. So I'm not even going to go to it. I'm going to head up to the top of the map. I'm going to get that camp and have it pushing in towards the enemy base. This is what I love about Kerrigan. She is able to always be influencing the map in some capacity. Even if her team's dead, even if she can't go in and gank, she's still able to move up here and have an impact on the map in some way. There's been an interesting evolution to Kerrigan players over the course of this game's history. I remember when the Kerrigan Combo wasn't even a thing you did. It was like a revolutionary thing when someone fucking started doing it. Then the Kerrigan Combo became the thing that everyone was doing. If you couldn't combo someone, if you weren't dropping your W and then your E, then you weren't a good Kerrigan player. But then the opponents that Kerrigan was going against slowly became better at adjusting to the Kerrigan combo. So they would start to weave and like move up and down rather than away from Kerrigan. This makes it so it's even harder to land the Kerrigan combo. And you'll notice good Kerrigans are able to kind of jump in and just deal a bunch of damage with their auto attacks prior to even needing to use the combo. And it's kind of that over anticipation of the combo that gives Kerrigan her power these days, because veteran players are doing everything they can to dodge it, and Kerrigan doesn't have to throw the combo out. It's like part of being successful on her is being patient on her and waiting until the right time to strike. And that's really an interesting evolution over time. As a player base understands her more, the way you have to play her has kind of changed. We are going to go for Psionic Shift at level 20. This is Kerrigan's new Bolt of the Storm. Over the course of the past year, we have seen the generic talents slowly be removed from the game. And she used to have Bolt of the Storm, now she has Psionic Shift. Activate to teleport to a nearby location, dealing 114 damage to all nearby enemies, and this also generates 300% increased assimilation shields from the damage dealt, which simply means we can use this offensively to engage into an enemy team and deal quite a substantial amount of damage, or we can still use it defensively to jump out, or defensively in another way that Bolt of the Storm never allowed you to do. We can use it to actually just teleport in the middle of a fight in order to generate more shields if we need some of that spot healing. We actually were able to get all 3 of the mercenary camps, or all 3 of the forts on the map down, which is a pretty fucking big deal. The enemy team only has 4 hits remaining on their core. And, well, we are in the aggressive position now, boys. The friendly team is moving in the middle. They don't need me right now because Arthas is dead. Now Valeera is dead, so we still have the numbers advantage there. So I'm just going to grab all of these camps in the bottom lane, and hopefully we can push into the enemy's core. Oh, I know I didn't play well. I'm very much aware of that. Like I said, I had a whole bottle of wine, ate half a pizza, watched Stranger Things. I had to get myself out of this game. It was just getting too much. I think everyone needs a break from heroes every now and then, boys. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes you got to look out for number 1. We do have a lot of mercenaries pushing in the bottom here, but I don't think they're going to be able to get into the enemy team's base, unfortunately. We should just back up. We're already in a pretty good spot. No reason to give up this advantage. We could boss right now if we wanted to. The enemy team is all down in the bottom lane, leaving boss open for us to take. They're taking their building back right now. Boss, of course, gives us 4 damage as well. I should be able to tank it for a little bit. Nubrax here too, though, so we can let him tank it as well. Looks like we're going to get this no problem, and that's finally going to be a fucking win for Kerrigan. Whew. She had a talent called Energizing Grasp or something at level 1. I actually don't know what it did, but it was removed from the game. And she also lost a talent called Adaptation at level 7. Adaptation allowed her to use her Q to kind of jump in and go to allies with it. So it gave her a way out from confrontation. But it seems like the design of Kerrigan is very much centered around this idea of using aggression at the right time. So adaptation and giving her a way out of team fights easily, giving herself an escape, didn't really make sense for what her kit was at the time. I like to think I'm a pretty good Kerrigan. I'm sitting at about a 60% win rate with her. She's my 2nd most played character in the game, sitting at level 38. My Stitches is level 39. She's a great character. She can do everything on the map with the right build, and she does have a little bit of build variety in here as well, a few different ways to play her. But holy shit, I don't know if it was me or matchmaking, but it was a struggle to get this video done. Ugh. I'm glad I got it done, though. Like, it feels like a weight is lifted off my chest. Like, I had to sit here. I had to commit. I had to get it done today. I couldn't just walk away from this. You know what I mean? The talents we used in today's video shouldn't be a surprise if you've seen my earlier Kerrigan videos. I really like this build. Siphoning Impacts, Fury of the Swarm, Assimilation Mastery, Summon Ultralisk, Double Strike, Aggressive Defense, and Psionic Shift. A lot of people frown upon the Ultralisk, but to be totally honest with you, both of these heroic abilities are very low impact. You're not going to win a team fight because of these abilities. They're just kind of like sprinkles on top of your ice cream. They're a nice addition, but do you really taste the sprinkles? In most cases, you sure don't. So just kind of pick whatever you want. That's my opinion on it. Up next, we have Kerrigan. My most played character this year, I can guarantee you that. He is phenomenal. And my build for Kerrigan also recently got buffed. So that means he should be even better at being phenomenal. And I'm excited to show that off in the next video. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Don't forget, charity live stream on November 11th. We're going to be doing that over on Twitch. Be sure to stop by. I'll be making videos to remind you, don't you worry. And I'll see you all next time.